everyone, what's up? It's Natasha and welcome back to this week's video. Today I will be talking about all the books that I plan to read in July. Before we get started, please remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below which readathons you are partaking in. I don't know. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So I will be taking part in Gabby Reads Summerween Readathon. It is unfortunately winter here, so I want all the summer vibes for myself. It is also kind of a thriller-based readathon, so for a full week you just read thriller books if you want. I mean, you don't have to, but the prompts are usually thriller-based. And yeah, I'm quite excited for this one. So let's just jump into that TBR and then I will tell you which books I plan to read for the rest of July. I have an extensive list of books that I want to read for I think it's 7 days. It's 7 days. I'm not sure I'm gonna get to a lot of these books, but you know, a girl can dream to read like 8 books in 7 days or something like that. Most of them might be audiobooks and some of them are shorter than usual. So the first prompt is to read a book in the dark. The second prompt is to read a thriller or horror book. I'm leaning more towards thriller because I'm not a horror girly. I haven't tried and I don't think I will. The next one is to read a book with night sky on the cover. The next one is to read a book with 5 words probably or more in the title. And then the last prompt is to read a book that takes place in the summer. That was really hard to look for. Like, you can Google thriller books that take place in the summer, but the books that I looked at were like, you're not my vibe. So yeah, I struggled a bit there, but I think I got a book. I think so. I don't know. But the first book that I want to go with is The Birthday Girl by Melissa de la Cruz. This is about a woman who has changed her life drastically from where she was to where she is now. She's climbed the corporate ladder, you know, she's made a success of herself. And on her 40th birthday, she gets a message from someone from her past that says, "Happy birthday girl, see you tonight." And I don't think she was going to see this person, so I'm intrigued to see how this one goes. It's also a very short book, so I'm thinking I might fly through this in one day. The next book on my list is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, or Gillian Flynn, not sure. I've heard great things about this book. This is about a husband whose wife just suddenly disappears, and when the police question her family, they're like, oh no, she was really scared of this guy. So the police thinks he did it. He didn't do it. He's like, listen, I really didn't do it. And then security footage from the night of her disappearance shows very weird things happening. So yeah, I think this is going to be a suspenseful book. I haven't seen the movie either. I don't necessarily gravitate towards thrillers because anxiety, but this is like the only week that I have this exception. The next one is Mallory, I almost said Marjorie, by Josh Malerman. This is the same author that wrote Bird Box. I've seen the movie, I haven't read the book, so I'm assuming there's going to be a few differences, but I think the overarching theme is the same. And yeah, I don't remember what this is about. I think it's basically just a few years after the events of Bird Box, and is it safe to still go out after that weird horrific experience? I don't know how I feel about this one. I bought this on a sale, and just because I saw it is the sequel to the global sensation Bird Box, and I was like, yeah, this looks good. So don't know if I'm going to like it. Maybe it flies by fast and I'll enjoy it. The next one that I really want to get to is 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. I've heard great things about this book. I am not a fan of her, what is it, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I just thought it was really mid, because I think I kind of figured out who the guilty party was, but with this 5 Survive, it's about a group of kids 6 kids who want to go on a vacation. They take this road trip, and I think an hour into the road trip, all 4 wheels of the bus go round and round. No, that's not funny. All 4 wheels of the bus deflate, and there's a sniper who's killing them off. I don't know. I'm assuming there's a reason there's a sniper trying to kill them off. And the premise is one of the 6 isn't going to survive. So yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what's going to happen there. The next one is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. I don't remember a lot about this book, but I've read her other book, which is All the Dangerous Things, and I really enjoyed that book. That was so suspenseful, had me gripped, And I don't know if this is her new release or if this is her previous release before All the Dangerous Things. So I can't tell you much about it other than it's a thriller, you know, which are all of these books, but you know. The next one is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I've seen a lot of people have mixed reviews about his books, but at the same time I'm like, listen, I'm really intrigued. I don't want to say yay or nay if I haven't read any of his books, so I'm very intrigued to see if it's worth a hype, basically. The next one is The It Girl by Ruth Ware. From what I can gather from the description is this girl saw a girl named April die, and she kept quiet about it for some time until 5 years later, where the boss just comes rushing in and she has to figure out who killed April. But the problem is, if it's not someone they don't know, then it is someone they do know.
You don't say!
And that makes it even more dangerous. So, and that also popped up on the list, a book that takes place in the summer. So I don't know. But yeah, those are my plans, or my reading plans for Summerween. In the meantime, I have a few books that I need to knock off the park. I was trying to look where they are. I was like, hold on for a second. So let me find them, or let me go get them, the physicals that I have, and then I will spin the wheel for my 24 books to read in 2024, because I'm barely making a dent into that one. And then as well as I think another shelf destruct book. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just leave that one. I'm doing well with the physical part, but not so much the ebook part. The first books on my list for the books that I really need to read this month is the sequels to the Poison Tree Path Chronicles, and it is Heirs of Turgirl, and I think Turgirl, something like that. And then as well as the third book, which is Guardian of Ajalon. These are, like I said, these are books set in the Chronicles, the Poison Tree Path Chronicles. Try to say that 3 times fast. And this is essentially about a girl who discovered a gifted stone, and the stone has magical powers, and she is trying to run away from this tyrant who is trying to use her for something and such. And she's also falling in love with her best friend of like a lot of years. They were distanced for a time, and now they came back together, and now they're fleeing from this evil man. And yeah, it's young adult fantasy, but it's really a fantasy that I really enjoy. I don't know why. I love the first book, so I'm going to have to dive into these 2 books because their review is due in about 3 weeks, so have to finish them. The next book that I have to finish for this month is Her Secret Revenge. It's a arc that I will be receiving from Booker I think. They haven't sent me the link yet, but the review has to be up by the 23rd. I can't remember what this is about. I think it's also about a wife with a mysterious past or something like that. Apparently that is the thrillers I like, so it sounds very intriguing. And now we move on to the books that I had to read last month but didn't get to. The first one is The Beach Cafe by Lucy Diamond. I'm not going to explain what this is about. I've explained it in my previous TBR, so if you want to go check it out, I'll have it linked. The next one is The Socialite. I just didn't get a chance to read it last month, so it's back on my TBR for this month. Okay, so you have been moved now, but merely because I need to spin the wheel for the books, the added books that I have to add for my 24 books to read for 2024. This one you're seeing now is for the physical books. It's not for the ebooks. Like I said, I'm doing far better than I am in the physical books than I do in the ebooks. So I just want to put it on mute because I hate the noise it makes. Anyway, let's just spin the wheel, see what we get. I'm nervous and excited at the same time. Okay, cool. Cool. Hello? No PD read anyone? So this might also fall in my Summerween list just because it's another thriller. It's James Patterson and it flows by really quickly. So NYPD Red is number 2 is the follow-up of obviously NYPD Red. It is a series that consists of one person, but I think you don't have to read the first one to know what happens in the second one. The only thing in the second one is just the mystery they solved and the romance that is blossoming between this detective and I think a pathologist, or is that even the correct term? But anyway, these two are starting to like each other, so they try and, I don't know, work their relationship while working on a crime. This is about two suspects who escaped conviction for brutal crimes that they committed, and just the manhunt ensued after them. So many books. But I think I'm going to prioritize this because it's on the list and I need to make a dent. This is my physical one. And now let's do the ebooks. I'm just going to spin once because I spun... Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I spun twice last month and it was a bit overwhelming for me. So yeah, I'm just going to do one this time. Okay, so please just ignore the numbers next to it because I was too lazy to remove them. But anyway, so because I just put them down, so I'm going to shuffle them a bit and then we're going to spin and see what we get. I'm just sitting here like waiting because I don't want to look at it. Oh, Scarlet Huntress. Hold on, let me check what this is about. But I think I remember. I think this is a Red Riding Hood retelling. Yeah, this is a Red Riding Hood retelling by Leanne Mason. Okay, that's exciting. I think it's gothic fantasy or something. I don't know, it looks gothic fantasy. So yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. Are there any more that I need to do? I don't know. I feel like this was a very short video. I'm not sure. The rest of the time I'm gonna mood read, you know, because I have a few books that I still need to read and a few vlogs that still need to go up. But for the rest of the time, yeah, this is the books that I plan to read. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please remember to like and subscribe, comment down below if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them, and I'll see you guys in a video next week. Bye.